Alright, so this is gonna be our first video. It'll be kind of a get to know you kind of video since obviously nobody knows us. It's gonna be more of a like family channel type of thing. So let's get started. Okay, so first is where are we from? So we are from Texas.
Yes.
We're both from just a small town, about an hour away from Houston. A lot of people don't really know where it's at. Right now, we are living in California, which is extremely hard. We don't have any family here whatsoever. No. His job is the Navy.
Yes.
So obviously you have to kind of pick up and go wherever they want you to without.
Her job is being a mom. So. I'm
a stay-at-home mom right now, which isn't great for the bills, but we're trying. Oh, I hate the thing. We do have a 5-month-old son. His name is Javier, and it's just we're still getting used to it. We're still trying to get the hang of it, but right now he's the only one working, and with no family, I cannot work, so it's kind of hard. Hopefully, soon we can try to go back home, be around family, get a little break, because we are tired.
Yeah, this coronavirus is really messing us up.
Miss Rona need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I forgot what the
questions.
Okay, how did we meet?
In high school.
Mm-hmm.
In high school, I actually met her. I've noticed her passing periods. I just thought, I'm like, dang, this girl's pretty cute. Let me go talk to her. I messaged you on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. Slid in her DMs, and from there, I just told her let's meet, and then from there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was extremely cute. We decided to meet. I was a freshman. He was a junior. Yeah. He asked if I could meet him at school that following Monday. So I said yes, of course, because he was adorable. And he was just so sweet to me. So we actually planned on meeting after school because we didn't know each other's schedules or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, oh, okay, we both get picked up by our parents by car, so let's meet in the cafeteria after school. And I didn't even recognize him, but during our lunch period, I had gone to the restroom, and his class apparently was right across from mine, and I had no idea. And as I was leaving the bathroom to go back to my class, he was leaving his classroom, and we came around this corner and literally bumped into each other. Like, we almost fell on the ground because we hit each other. And I just remember thinking, like, looking up at him and being like, wow, he's so cute. But I didn't say anything. I was just like, oh, I'm sorry. And he apologized, and then we walked away. Well, I had gotten back to the classroom, and I got a text. He was like, was that you? And I couldn't believe it. He was just so cute, and pictures did not do him justice. And so, yeah. So then we still ended up meeting after school. He told me some little cheesy, corny pickup line, and I gave him my number. After that, we went to prom together. We just, we spent a lot of time together afterwards. It's been about 6 years since then, and we're here now, married, little family of our own.
And Cali. Crazy.
It is crazy here. The amount of money you need to live here, I mean, it is so expensive.
I don't know how y'all people do it. I heard an apartment like north of Cali is like $3,000.
Oh my god.
For 1 bedroom, 1 bath? No. Texas, that's like what?
That's like $400 to $500.
Yeah.
I miss Texas.
The next question is, what's your biggest pet peeve about each other?
You want to go first?
Oh yeah. I'd say that she doesn't plan things through. She likes to, I don't know. If things don't go her way, she gets upset and throws a fit. And, knowing that we didn't plan this ahead of time. And she still just, I don't know, gets upset about it. That's one of my pet peeves.
Mine would probably be that he never puts anything away after he uses it. Even if I put it back in its spot and 5 minutes later, it's out again. One other thing that I thought of but I know that I'm this exact way too, so it's probably the same both ways. Is he is the most stubborn person I have ever met in my life. It's so hard to, if we're arguing or something is said, I'm like, I'm apologize. That was so rude. Apologize. It is so difficult to get him to apologize. He's like, I'd rather die, playing, of course, but he's like, no, I'm not going to. But finally, if he sees it, I'm like, no, I'm not playing, and I try to walk away. Then he apologizes, but stubborn.
That's who I
am. Our reaction when we found out that I was pregnant.
Happy. Of course, happy. Excited. Couldn't wait.
We had actually planned it. Before we got married. We had been talking about it for a long time, about when we wanted our own little family and everything. And right, not too long after we actually had our wedding, he had to go on his first deployment, and he would be away from home for a really long time.
Oh yeah.
And the day before he left, I took a test and found out I was pregnant. And then he left and was gone the entire pregnancy. And right when he got home, the day after he came back, I went into labor.
Yeah.
So
I was even happier when I found out it was a boy, because originally it was apparently a girl.
Yeah, I had gone to the doctor, and I didn't have the doctor that I ended up having throughout the rest of my pregnancy, my very first doctor's visit, because she was on vacation. So they just gave me some random doctor that was available. And it was some older man, and he did a little ultrasound on me, and he was like, well, it kind of looks like a girl, so I'm going to go with girl. It was bad. But I was excited because I want my little girl. I was like, oh my God, it's a girl. I finally got to be able to call him and tell him it was a girl. He was happy, but he was like, oh, I wish it was a boy. But he was so excited.
Yeah.
And then my next doctor's visit, she did the ultrasound again, and she was like, well, it's very clearly a boy. He is not shy. His little legs are all open. She took pictures of it and everything to make sure it was a boy. And I got to call him later and tell him it was a boy. And that is he was so happy. It was the happiest I've ever heard him over the phone.
I told her I knew it was. I was screaming. I don't want to say screaming, but I was excited. I was like kind of yelling. I was like, I knew it was gonna be a boy. I told you it was gonna be a boy. I can't wait. I can't wait to play catch or just video games with him. I don't know. How many kids do we want? 16. 16 is pretty good. I mean, my grandma had 13, so I told her I'd beat her record. So
you might beat that record, but it's not going to be with me. I will have at least 2 of your kids. You can go. I don't know who you're going to make them kids with. You going to pop them out? Because I'm not going to pop them out.
I mean, it's 2020. Anything's possible.
Okay.
But not 2 kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, girl.
Yeah, we want 2 at least.
Or boy, regardless.
Boy, girl. I know I'm having a girl. I had my boy, and there's no doubt in my mind our next baby's going to be a girl. He's doubtful, but I'm not. How did we pick our baby's name? That was all him.
Oh, yeah. I picked the name because, I mean, when I was born, I don't know when, but I had this question, or this, I'd say idea, this thought. I asked my mom, I was like, what was the name you originally wanted to name me, Mom? Because I know my dad wanted to name me George. And she's like, I wanted to name you Javier. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool, dope name. But my dad wanted a white boy name, so he said George. I was like, okay, I guess. I mean, I didn't really have a say. I was a baby. And I thought about it. I was like, Javier. Still, like, dedicated to my mom.
Mm-hmm. And then his middle name is Antonio after my dad. His name's Anthony. And yeah, that's just how we picked picked his name. Our girl's name, I will get to pick the first name.
Yes. And
I know I want it after my mom. Somehow I'm going to get her name kind of in there. Not the exact name, but in there. Mm-hmm. And then he'll get to pick the middle name. So it'll be switched.
And then, did you already say how old we are?
I think so, but I'm 19, about to be 20 in November, and he just turned 21 in May.
You? 21.
So, officially legal.
Oh, yeah, our name's George.
I'm Sarah.
We just did this video because, like I said, everything that's going on with coronavirus and we can't really go out. We just said, why not make a YouTube video? It'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. Did we do our first date?
Our first date? Well, I mean, we didn't. Our first date was literally with your parents. So, I mean, if you can count that as a date.
My parents are, I mean, they still are, but obviously not as much because I'm grown, but, and married. But they've always been very protective, very, you know, want to make sure with a good guy, good person, or around good people. So they did go on a couple dates. They would sit at a different table or something, but they were still there. Most of our dates would just be hanging out at my house, sometimes at his house. Very rarely my parents would let me go.
I remember the date we were at my aunt's restaurant, and your dad was like, if you still want to date my daughter, eat this jalapeno. He pulled like a green jalapeno. It was like pretty long jalapeno.
Yeah.
He's like, if you still want to date her, you got to eat it. And you're like, no, don't eat it. And your mom was like, don't listen to him, George.
And he said, if you actually love me, if you really love my daughter.
Yeah, if you really love my daughter, eat this jalapeno. And both of you and your mom were like, don't do it. It's so stupid. And I just picked it and just ate it. And I was like, I was dying. I was like, I went to the wrong pipe and I was dying. And I was like, oh, your parents were like, yeah, he really loves you.
He got hiccups and his ears got red. It was funny, but then I was like, oh my God, are you okay? But afterwards, we laughed about it. Mm-hmm. But he always says he would eat another one for me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, our first date, we never really got to technically have a first date. It more than likely is something that we will be on. If it's a first date is something that you're on your own with, just the two of you, it would have to have been his junior prom. I was still freshman. But even whenever you go to eat first and then go to prom, when we went to eat, my parents were there. The only time we were alone was when we actually went to prom. But I think actually that year, my brother and his now wife, didn't they go?
To our prom?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they went the year after. Because I don't remember seeing them at all.
No?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing them.
I know it was one year I went too. I think it was my junior year. Yeah, because my brother's wife is actually about the same age as me. She's a few months older. And so she was a senior when I was a junior. So they were dating at the time. And I went to my junior prom. It was her senior prom. And she took my brother. So I got to go to prom one year with my brother. My brother was there. But we were very close. So it was really fun. That year, I will admit, I went with somebody that I definitely regret going with. I didn't get to have as much fun. But the next year, I was supposed to go with him for my senior prom, but he wasn't able to make it home in time from where he was stationed at. So I just went with my girls, and we actually had a lot of fun. I would highly suggest that, if your prom is going to be coming, obviously not this year, but when everything goes somewhat back to normal and you get to have your prom, I suggest going with friends rather than going with boyfriend or girlfriend. You have much more fun.
Damn.
Okay, our freshman year, we did have fun. My freshman year, we did have a lot of fun, but you just have to be with the right person if you are going with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Because if you can have fun with them and not argue over it or not feel like that person's not going to let you do or act the way that you want to and actually have fun, don't go with them. Just go with your friends and have a lot of fun. You only get a certain amount of proms, whether it's all four or you just go to your senior prom. So it was fun with him, but like I said, junior year, I did end up going with somebody that I completely regret. I did not have fun. They didn't want to dance. They didn't want to do anything all night. They were very just a downer, and it was awful. I regret it because that was a waste of a prom.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I hate dancing, but I mean, at least I tried.
Yeah.
I was awkwardly dancing.
It was so cute.
I was twerking like Tina from Bob's Burgers. Just like, throwing that out.
Yeah. So that's just a little high school advice from us, even though no one asked.
I mean, if you guys have any comments or questions about us, just feel free to leave them in the comment below. Like I said, this is our first video. I mean, we're trying to do something productive. I don't think this is productive, but like, I don't know.
Something. We're trying to start out. I have been, I don't know about him, but I've always really loved it, being on the internet, being on YouTube videos. I thought that was really cool when I was younger, because a lot of people start out really young and they start channels and stuff. But when I was younger, my parents really didn't want us out on social media like that because, you know, people are crazy. And if they figure out where you are, where you live, or whatever, even if you're a young, you know, very young, they will try to do something to you. And that if you're well known, so that's really scary. So they never wanted us really putting pictures of ourselves out there on, even on Facebook, stuff like that. Until we were much older is when they started allowing us to. So I've always wanted to do it, whether it be a channel like this. I love makeup. I absolutely love makeup, so I would want a makeup channel, stuff like that. But, you know, I always wanted to start it. So now I get to start it with my best friend.
I'm just here.
And our son is not in this video, but we will introduce him probably in the next one. He's actually napping right now, so
Yeah.
don't want to wake him. It's hard to get him to nap.
Oh, yeah. It
So-
sucks. And especially when he wakes us up in the middle of the night.
Oh my god. Very sleep deprived parents. But we're happy. It's okay. It'll get better.
Have you seen that meme on, was it Facebook? Where like it's a dog, he's on the inside of a room and it's on fire. He's like, this is okay.
This is fine. Yeah.
This is fine.
And he's
That's
just,
us.
this is fine. Yes, that is us. Room's on fire, but this is fine. But yeah, so that's a little bit about us. Hopefully you guys liked it, and hopefully you'll come back for more.
Subscribe.
Like and share.
Yes.
Comment, and help us out with what you think we should do next, or also a name for our channel, because obviously right now it's probably just going to be our names together, but every family channel needs, you know, a unique name. So help us out with that, because we're not sure what to put. Again, I'm Sarah,
I'm George.
and Javi's back there.
Javi's asleep.
So thank you guys for watching.
All right.
Bye.